Love, in its truest form, is a profound bond that transcends physical appearances, societal expectations, and limitations. It is a connection forged in mutual understanding, respect, and affection, where two individuals become a team, supporting each other through the highs and lows of life. When one partner uses a wheelchair, this love, while undoubtedly strong, often requires a different approach, but that only makes it more meaningful and special. In a world that still struggles with accessibility, both physical and emotional, relationships involving a person in a wheelchair can sometimes face unique challenges. However, these challenges don't necessarily mean that the love between the partners is any less than what is experienced in other relationships. In fact, they can deepen the connection, cultivate patience, and develop an even stronger sense of empathy and mutual care. At the heart of any relationship is emotional intimacy. For couples where one person uses a wheelchair, this emotional connection is often the foundation on which the relationship stands. There is a certain vulnerability that comes with being in a wheelchair. It is not just about the physical limitations, but also about navigating a world that may not always be designed for people with mobility impairment. For the person in the wheelchair, there can be moments of frustration or isolation when they feel that the world is not as inclusive or accommodating as it should be. They may experience feelings of inadequacy or sadness because of the physical challenges they face every day, yet in a loving relationship, their partner can be the source of emotional support and encouragement. A partner who is patient, understanding, and willing to listen can help to mitigate those feelings of isolation and provide a safe space where vulnerability is met with compassion and respect. The physical aspects of a relationship can also be complex when one partner uses a wheelchair. Simple tasks like holding hands, giving a hug, or sharing a kiss may require more effort or be approached in a different way. Yet, these challenges don't lessen the desire for physical affection. Instead, they encourage partners to find creative ways to express their love and intimacy. A wheelchair in many ways can be a reminder of the complexities of the body. It is not just a tool for mobility, it is also a symbol of independence, resilience, and strength. In a relationship, the presence of a wheelchair may initially create obstacles when it comes to physical closeness, but these obstacles can be overcome with patience, communication, and a willingness to adapt. Intimacy in such a relationship may involve a different rhythm, where each partner learns to understand the other's needs and desires in a way that fosters connection and closeness. It's important to acknowledge that the partner who does not use a wheelchair may need to take on a caregiving role at times. This can range from helping with physical tasks to providing emotional support when necessary. While this may seem like a heavy burden at first glance, it is crucial to approach caregiving in a way that maintains the dignity and autonomy of the person in the wheelchair. A relationship is not about one partner being taken care of and the other being the caregiver. Rather, it is about teamwork, shared responsibilities, and mutual support. The idea that one partner is a caregiver while the other is merely receiving care can undermine the balance of the relationship. Instead, the caregiving aspect should be seen as a natural and reciprocal part of the relationship where both partners give and receive in different ways. In times of need, one may provide physical assistance, but in other moments, the balance shifts and the support comes in different forms. This mutuality is what strengthens the relationship, reinforcing the idea that love is not about who is dependent on whom, but rather how both individuals contribute to each other's well-being. One of the most difficult aspects of being in a relationship where one partner uses a wheelchair is facing the societal stigma that often accompanies disability. There is a common misconception that people with disabilities are not capable of experiencing love in the same way as others. Media representation tends to exclude people with disabilities from romantic storylines, reinforcing the idea that they are somehow less deserving of love or affection. This can be emotionally taxing for the person in the wheelchair and their partner, who may feel frustrated by society's narrow understanding of love and relationships. It is essential for couples to recognize that their love is valid, beautiful, and no less real than any other relationship, despite how society may view them. Love is not defined by the physical capabilities of a person, but by the emotional and psychological connection that partners share. The emotional toll of these societal views can sometimes lead to moments of doubt or frustration for the couple, especially when the outside world treats them differently or makes assumptions about their relationship. Friends and family may question how the dynamic works or express concern that the relationship might be too challenging. In these moments, it's important for both partners to stand firm in the belief that their love is not defined by the judgments of others. Instead, it is shaped by the mutual respect, care, and commitment they share. Over time, the couple may grow stronger in their resolve, using the external criticism as a motivator to create a more inclusive and understanding world for themselves and others who may face similar struggles. Communication is a cornerstone in any relationship, but it becomes even more vital when navigating the complexities of loving someone in a wheelchair. The emotional and physical nuances of the relationship require partners to be open about their feelings, desires, and needs. This could mean talking about the challenges faced in daily life, discussing physical limitations, or simply expressing the emotional impact that the relationship has on each person. There will undoubtedly be moments of misunderstanding or frustration, especially when one partner may feel misunderstood or underappreciated. At these times, it is important for both individuals to listen with empathy and communicate clearly. Understanding each other's perspectives, needs, and boundaries is key to a healthy relationship. For the person in the wheelchair, they may sometimes need to express the emotional toll that their disability takes on them, while the partner may need to communicate the emotional labor involved in supporting them. Honest, open communication fosters an environment of trust and mutual respect, allowing both partners to grow together. Sometimes these conversations may be difficult, and one or both partners may feel vulnerable. Yet these moments of vulnerability often deepen the connection, allowing both individuals to be seen and heard in ways that strengthen the relationship. One of the most beautiful aspects of a relationship with someone in a wheelchair is the opportunity to redefine what independence means. Society often equates independence with physical mobility, yet true independence can be found in emotional autonomy, intellectual freedom, and the ability to make decisions that align with one's values and desires. For someone in a wheelchair, independence might look different than it does for someone without mobility challenges, but that doesn't make it any less significant. It could mean advocating for oneself in the face of adversity, finding adaptive technologies that enhance everyday living, or relying on a partner for emotional and practical support without feeling diminished. True independence is about being able to make choices, be heard, and have one's needs met without fear of judgment or exclusion. For the partner without a disability, supporting a loved one in a wheelchair may initially feel like a shift in what they perceive as independence. However, through the lens of love, this shift often leads to a deeper understanding of what it means to depend on one another. It is not about one person being in a position of strength or weakness. It is about the two of them working together as a cohesive unit. Just as the person in the wheelchair may need assistance, the partner without a disability may also experience moments where they need the other's support, whether it be emotional, intellectual, or even physical. Independence in this context becomes a shared concept. It is about creating a life where both individuals are empowered to express their autonomy, whether through creative problem solving, mutual caregiving, or supporting each other's dreams and aspirations. Another essential aspect of a relationship where one partner uses a wheelchair is a shared journey of advocacy and inclusion. Partners in such relationships often become strong advocates for accessibility and the rights of people with disabilities. Together, they may work to raise awareness, promote inclusivity, and challenge societal barriers that limit opportunities for people with disabilities. Advocacy, in this sense, becomes a collective effort. It's not just about advocating for the rights of the person in the wheelchair, it's about creating a world where everyone, regardless of their physical ability, can experience the same opportunities for love, career, education, and social participation. Couples who are deeply connected by love and shared purpose can often be powerful agents for change, challenging stigmas and promoting a more inclusive society for all. Through their shared experiences, couples where one partner uses a wheelchair can create a life that is not only fulfilling for both individuals, but also contributes to a broader societal change. They are living proof that love, in all its forms, is boundless, resilient, and transformative. Each day brings new challenges, but these challenges are met not with resistance, but with the strength of their bond. In their eyes, the wheelchair is not a limitation but a part of their shared story, one that is defined not by the obstacles they face, but by the love they share and the life they build together. This completes the article. It explores a range of topics within the theme and touches on emotional intimacy, societal challenges, caregiving, and the evolving definition of independence in such a relationship. Let me know if you'd like me to elaborate further on any specific part or adjust the tone in any way. Moral of story. The moral of this story is that love transcends physical limitations and societal expectations. True love is built on mutual respect, understanding, patience, and support, regardless of the challenges one might face. A relationship where one partner uses a wheelchair teaches us that love is not defined by physical ability, but by the emotional and psychological connections shared between two people. In such relationships, empathy, communication, and teamwork are essential, and they offer a powerful reminder that love can be a transformative force in overcoming obstacles. Moreover, the story emphasizes the importance of advocacy and inclusivity, showing that true independence is not about physical mobility, but about emotional autonomy and the ability to depend on and support one another. It highlights that love, in all its forms, is boundless, resilient, and capable of creating a meaningful and fulfilling life, even in the face of adversity.